Hi everyone, I hope you're all well. Thank you so much for all your kind messages, your kind words, your words of upliftment. Everyone who's made an order today, thank you very much. Whoever wants to make an order tomorrow and the rest of the week, please go ahead and do so. It's really helping me. I've managed to get rid of a quarter of my stock so far, so you guys are actually the best. The video you're about to see was recorded on Sunday, so obviously by now some things are a bit out of date, but I'll just let you guys watch it, see what actually happened on Saturday, and then you decide for yourself. But I just wanted to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much to everybody who is supporting me, who is sending me kind messages, who is calling me and checking how I'm feeling, how I am. Like, I'm feeling much better now because of you guys, so thank you very much. There's something I need everyone to understand, and this is the only way that I can tell you. I'm gonna tell you guys the truth about what happened with the Soul Saturday event. So I have a food business called Carrie's Kitchen. I've been doing orders for the last 3 months, and I was contacted by event managers from Mass House Group and Tukutane Entertainment maybe a month ago, and they asked me if I'm interested in being a food vendor at an event. A few weeks after that, they announced it everywhere on social media and sent me a message and let me know that the headliners of this event would be Sauti Sol. Of course, I was excited. They're one of the biggest groups in Kenya at the moment. At first, I was one of the food vendors in the general section, and then about 2 weeks ago, they sent me another message and they were like, you know what, we really like your food and we want you to be the food vendor for the VIP section. The VIP section would hold about 500 people. Obviously, you know how people eat and whatever, do your mathematics. I would suggest you prepare food for slightly over 500 people, just because some people can eat twice or whatever it may be. So obviously I start preparing. We have agreements with these guys. They let me know, yes, you'll be the only vendor in the VIP section, which is okay. Obviously, the whole of this week from Monday has been very hectic. There's a lot of preparations that have been going on, dealing with suppliers, trying to get things moving, spending money. Now this is my biggest issue, the spending of money. For this event, I spent about 300,000 Kenya shillings just in preparations. Most of that money I got as a loan. I do not have 300,000 sitting in my bank account. So I spent about 300,000 Kenya shillings buying food. Most of the food that I bought were meats. My menu was gonna be burgers, hot dogs, chicken wings, chips, and milkshakes. Catering for 500 people is not easy. For example, I'm catering for 500 people but should be estimating for about 600, even 700 to be honest, because there's people who will eat double, there's people who will order. Like, just because I was the vendor in the VIP doesn't mean someone in general can't send someone in the VIP to buy food for them, so I had to estimate on the higher sides. So, as we speak, I have 500 burgers in my freezer. I have 200 hot dogs. This also means I have 500 burger buns and 200 hot dog buns. I have 63 kgs of chicken wings. I have 4 liters of ketchup and mayonnaise and whatever sauces I was gonna use. I have 9 heads of lettuce because of the burgers. I had 20 liters of ice cream because of the milkshakes. All this meant that I had to buy a freezer and I had to hire another freezer because of how much food I was going to store. As if that was not enough, I had to buy 500 burger boxes because I cannot give you a burger just like that. I've bought foil, I've bought cling film, I've bought plastic cups because of the milkshakes or whatever. I bought water. There's a long list of the things I bought and are now sitting in my house. I bought banners because of your tent, advertising and branding. I have different types of banners. I got a car. I had to pay petrol going back and forth, doing my suppliers. I'm moving the freezers up and down. Let me get to the point where the reason why I'm angry, the reason why I'm hurt, the reason why any other vendor or organizer that was part of the Soul Saturday team would be in pain right now. So Saturday the organizers and managers told us all vendors must be there by 10 a.m. because at 10 a.m. there's going to be a bomb sweep, meaning you have to be set up and everything. You get out of the venue and you enter, you get your tags and whatever so that you can be recognized as a vendor who is part of the concert. So the day before, which was Friday, I decided I need to start setting up so that I can meet that 10 a.m. deadline. What I did was I got a pickup. I put my freezer inside the pickup and I was taking it to the event. When I reached the event, things were so tense, but I had no idea. I didn't think anything of it because everyone is under pressure. I too was under pressure. Everyone is stressed. There's a big event happening. Nobody seems to be happy with each other, but that's normal. There's an event of thousands of people coming. It's normal to be stressed. So I dropped my freezer and went back home because I needed to pick my grill and bring it back. When I went back home to pick my grill, I called one of the organizers and told them, I've left the freezer, I'm going to get my grill at home, let me come back in like 5 minutes, then we can talk about whatever else we needed to talk about. And the guy tells me, I have bad news. And I'm like, what? Has my freezer been stolen? Like, what's happening? And he tells me, no, the event is not going on. I'm like, please, that has to be a joke. It's 9 p.m. on Friday. The event is happening on Saturday at 12 noon. You cannot be telling me now that the event has been cancelled. He's like, no. There's been a lot of disagreements and these guys don't seem to want to perform. I don't think I've ever had a panic attack as big as the one I had on Friday. For me, it was a thing of I was almost going to hospital because I cannot have spent 300,000 shillings on food and other foodstuffs. I'm on my way to dropping a grill at the event and you're telling me that all this food is going to go to waste because these guys have had disagreements and they don't want to perform. It didn't make sense to me. I went to the venue crying, heartbroken and everything just to see what was happening. We reached there. Everyone is on the phone trying to call people, trying to sort it out. And when I asked what's the reason for cancellation, Sauti Sol said the stage is not good enough for their Midnight Train album launch. They can't do it because of the stage. As you have all seen, the post that they put out said that due to COVID-19, they cannot recklessly endanger the lives of Kenyans. Okay, no problem, but COVID has been here for 1 year. When you accepted the deal to do the event, is it that COVID had disappeared mysteriously and nobody was going to get sick or whatever? You cannot come now on Saturday morning, 3 hours to the show, and say it's because of COVID. Because it's not. They've lied to all of you. It's not because of COVID. They were not happy with the setup of the stage, which was fine. They were not happy with it, but they were offered solutions. They were told that the engineers can work overnight Friday to Saturday and build something. Or better yet, if that's not good enough for you, the engineers can work on Saturday and the concert can be postponed to Sunday. But they did not want to hear this story. They left at that time, and around 9 p.m. they were calling and threatening that they're going to the Sauti Sol headquarters and they're going to release a statement saying that people can come at their own leisure, but Sauti Sol will not be performing. For me, what hurt me is that these guys were paid $30,000 US to perform. They were paid 100% of this money beforehand. They have the money as we speak, $30,000. But no, they were too arrogant, too selfish to understand that there's so much preparation and hard work and effort that has gone into this show to even come onto stage for 30 minutes. They didn't have to do much. They just had to show up, sing a few songs, and everything would have been okay, as per the agreement. Mind you, in the agreement they specified the stage engineers, audio engineers, sound engineers, lighting engineers. They specified all this, and the organizers used the companies that these people wanted to be used. So how now do you come and say we're not happy with the stage? These are the people who have been building your stages for the last however many years you've been performing. The worst part is when these people were on the phone trying to negotiate, one of the organizers told them, what do we do now? We have food vendors that have spent $300,000. There are others in the other section that have spent even more money. Where are we taking all this food? The worst part is BN said, I don't care. I don't care, I'm not performing. The organizers tried as hard as they could to negotiate with these guys until about 3 or 4 in the morning, because nobody could sleep. How do you sleep and you don't know what the fate of the concert is? There are 4 people who are being very hard-headed, and even their manager could not reason with them, could not tell them that there's people who are riding on this, there's people. I mean, stubbornness, selfishness, disrespect. It's so much disrespect. How dare you at 9 p.m. start threatening people you're not performing? How? In the morning, 3 hours before, you post something saying due to COVID, lying to people. Due to COVID, people had traveled to come see you. People had gone to the salon, doing makeup. Guys had hired cars, put fuel. People had bought outfits. People had spent money. And then you come and say, I don't care, I'm not performing. At the 11th hour, I'm not performing, I don't care. Who do you think you are? Honestly. If you had said this on like Wednesday, it would have been better. These guys, Sauti Sol, were invited for a walkthrough on the stage, for the stage and the setup. On Tuesday, they did not show up. They did not bother to show up on Tuesday. Friday is when they're coming and they're saying, we don't like this. Even worse, this is in your home country. These are your fans. These are people who built you in Kenya, in Nairobi, as if you don't know how hard it is for people. There's been COVID. Guys have taken loans to try and make money. This was going to be the opportunity for the year. And then you do this. Shame on you. Shame on you. I'm not the only one suffering. I'm not the only one in pain. There were about 14 vendors, all going through the same thing. Some people couldn't even believe it. They were still there with their tent set up at 3 p.m. because they were in shock. I think you guys have forgotten where you came from, where you started off. Other people are also trying to start off, trying to build their businesses, trying to do work to sustain their lives. And you came and you've messed everything up. The worst part is all the organizers, vendors, everyone who's involved in trying to make this such a great day was between the age of 20 and 30 years old. We're all young. I'm 22 years old. There I was trying to do a gig and make enough money to expand my business. This was going to be my opportunity, but it was messed up because somebody didn't like the stage. Everyone was riding on this and everyone putting money into this. As we speak, I have 63 shillings on my M-Pesa. I can't do anything, and I just wish they would say the truth. I wish they didn't use COVID as an excuse. You think people buying the tickets were not aware that there's COVID? I mean, even go look at their previous posts on Instagram. They're all there in capital letters. This event will adhere to all COVID regulations set by MOH. This event is protected, blah, blah, blah. No mask, no entry. It's not like they're not aware that there's COVID in the country. So wherever this nonsense excuse has come from, they should take it back and tell you guys the truth. And if they're too scared to do so, let them say,